A woman can't ignore you if you send her a compelling goodnight message. Have you ever spent a day thinking about someone after receiving a simple text? It's a captivating feeling, isn't it? Now it's your turn to create that impact. In this video, I'll share 6 irresistible goodnight messages that will leave a lasting impression, spark curiosity, and make her think of you as she drifts off to sleep. These messages are subtle yet powerful, avoiding any overly aggressive or desperate tones while remaining intriguing and thoughtful. Use them right away, and you'll notice a shift in how she interacts with you. Stay tuned for the last message. It's the most powerful and unexpected, guaranteed to make her think of you. If you think words are just words, reconsider. The right words at the right time can influence emotions, create attraction, and strengthen connections. Let's dive into the messages. Message 1. I hope your dreams are as interesting as the conversations we still have left to have. Who knows, maybe you'll visit me in one of them tonight. This message sparks curiosity and emotional connection. On the surface, it seems like a simple goodnight wish, but it invites her to think about you before sleep and hints at a shared future in conversation and dreams. The first part acknowledges the depth of your past interactions, suggesting they were meaningful and engaging. By mentioning conversations yet to come, you create an open-ended thought, implying there's much more to explore, which naturally leads her to wonder what those conversations might be. The second part, who knows, maybe you'll visit me in one of them tonight, is playful and flirtatious. It suggests you could be in her dreams without directly stating it. By posing it as a question, you allow her to engage with the idea without pressure, making the message feel fun and natural. Psychologically, suggesting she might dream about you increases the likelihood that she will, or at least think of you before sleeping. This message also sets the stage for a follow-up conversation. The next day, if she dreams about you, she'll likely want to share it. Even if she doesn't, the message is memorable enough to prompt her to bring it up. Ultimately, this message works because it's engaging, mysterious, and leaves her anticipating deeper conversations, subtly building an emotional connection that makes it nearly impossible for her to ignore. Message 2. Sleep well, but I warn you, if you remember me too much tomorrow, you'll know we did something right. This message combines playfulness, intrigue, and psychological influence. It's more than a simple goodnight wish. It subtly suggests that if she thinks about you the next day, it's not by chance, but rather a sign of something meaningful developing between you. The opening, "Sleep well," sets a warm and caring tone, wishing her a restful night while showing your thoughtfulness. The real power lies in the playful challenge of the second part. By saying "I warn you," you create a light-hearted tone that makes the message fun and engaging, implying that thinking about you is inevitable and that your interaction left an impression. Psychologically, this message leverages the Baader-Meinhof phenomenon, or frequency illusion. By suggesting she might think of you tomorrow, you increase the likelihood that she will. When she does, your words will reinforce your connection. The phrase "you'll know we did something right" also invites her to reflect on your conversation, adding a touch of mystery about what exactly was right, encouraging her to dwell on the thought longer. Importantly, this message removes pressure. You're not demanding a response or forcing an emotional reaction. Instead, you leave things open-ended, allowing her to engage naturally. When she wakes up and finds herself thinking of you, she's likely to smile and associate that feeling with you, possibly even messaging you first. If she doesn't, you have a perfect follow-up. Did I take up too much space in your thoughts today? In essence, this message is a subtle yet powerful way to stay on her mind, spark intrigue, and deepen your connection without trying too hard. Message 3. Good night. I don't know why, but I have a feeling you'll dream about me tonight. Let me know tomorrow if I'm right. This message blends confidence, intrigue, and playfulness. It plants the idea that she might dream about you, increasing the likelihood that she actually will. Even if she doesn't, the suggestion ensures you're on her mind as she falls asleep and possibly the next morning. The power of suggestion is strong. By casually mentioning your feeling, you plant a subconscious seed. As she drifts off, her mind may associate thoughts of you with dreaming. This technique, known as priming, makes her brain more receptive to the idea. The phrase, "I don't know why, but I have a feeling," adds mystery while maintaining humility. Instead of sounding cocky, you present it as an intriguing possibility, making it playful rather than overbearing. This message also has a flirty undertone without being too intense. It's a lighthearted way to indicate you're in her thoughts, which keeps the interaction fun, essential for building attraction. The last part, "Let me know tomorrow if I'm right," creates an open loop, encouraging her to respond the next day, giving you an easy way to keep the conversation going. If she says she did dream about you, it opens the door for deeper, playful conversation. If she didn't, you can playfully say, "That just means your subconscious is playing hard to get." By associating yourself with her dreams, you subtly weave yourself into her thoughts on a deeper level. If she dreams about you, she'll likely feel a stronger emotional connection, even if it's subconscious. Best case scenario, she dreams about you and excitedly tells you the next day, sparking further conversation and strengthening your bond. Even if she doesn't dream about you, she'll wake up remembering your message, meaning you've successfully stayed on her mind. At worst, she might brush it off, but she'll still register your presence in a lighthearted way. In summary, this message is effective because it subtly places you in her thoughts without being aggressive. It plays on psychology, humor, and flirtation, all key ingredients for attraction. If used correctly, it can deepen your connection and make her look forward to your conversations. So go ahead, send the message, and see how she responds. You might just become her favorite late-night thought. Message 4. I hope you rest well and have beautiful dreams, but if I happen to be in them, let me know tomorrow. This message combines warmth, subtle flirtation, and playful intrigue, creating a lighthearted yet meaningful interaction that keeps you on her mind as she falls asleep and upon waking. Here's why this message is effective and how it works psychologically. Number 1. The opening sentiment shows you genuinely wish her well, fostering a sense of comfort and appreciation. Women often value kindness and emotional intelligence, setting a positive tone before introducing playfulness. Number 2. By saying, "If I happen to be in them," you plant the idea that she could dream about you. This operates on the principle of priming, increasing the likelihood that the idea sticks in her subconscious. Even if she doesn't dream about you, the suggestion enhances the chances she'll think of you as she sleeps and when she wakes. Number 3. Instead of directly saying, "Think of me before you sleep," this message maintains a light and mysterious tone. The phrase sounds spontaneous, leaving the possibility open without feeling forced, making the interaction feel effortless. Number 4. The closing "let me know tomorrow" provides an easy way to continue the conversation. If she dreams about you, she'll likely mention it, leading to engaging discussions. If not, she might respond playfully, giving you a chance to tease her back. Overall, this message effectively combines kindness and intrigue, ensuring she thinks of you as she drifts off to sleep and gives her a reason to consider you the next day. If she dreams about you, she'll likely mention it, leading to a fun discussion. Even if she doesn't, she might jokingly say something like, "Nope, no dreams of you this time," giving you a chance to tease her back with, "That just means I'll have to try harder tonight." This message builds intrigue and curiosity, making her more likely to think about you. By suggesting "let me know tomorrow," you encourage a response and give her a reason to continue the conversation, subtly deepening your connection. Associating yourself with her dreams creates a more emotional link in her mind. Best case scenario, she dreams about you and excitedly shares it the next day, sparking a flirty conversation. In a good scenario, she responds playfully even if she doesn't dream about you, keeping the interaction engaging. Worst case, she might not respond, but she's likely to remember your message the next time she thinks of you. In summary, this message blends kindness, flirtation, and mystery, ensuring she thinks of you as she falls asleep and the next day, regardless of whether she dreams about you. So go ahead and send the message. You might just become the highlight of her night and the first thought in the morning. Message 5. Sleep well. But if you wake up tomorrow with an unexplained smile, you'll know who caused it. This charming and subtly flirty message keeps her intrigued even as she drifts off to sleep. Here's why it works so well on psychological and emotional levels. Number 1. The phrase "sleep well" is simple yet effective, showing care without being overbearing. It sets the stage for playful teasing, ensuring the message feels warm rather than just flirty. Number 2. By suggesting she might wake up with an unexplained smile, you plant the idea that she'll subconsciously associate her morning mood with you. This psychological technique creates a mental link between you and positive emotions like happiness and attraction. Even if she doesn't wake up smiling, the idea you planted will linger in her mind. If she does feel good, your message will reinforce that connection. Confidence without being overbearing, the phrase "you'll know who caused it" adds mystery and suggests you influence her emotions without being too forward. This self-assuredness is attractive because it implies you're someone worth thinking about. Notice this isn't phrased as a question like "did I make you smile?" Instead, it assumes the outcome, making the statement more impactful. Women often respond positively to confidence, especially when paired with playfulness instead of arrogance. Keeps the conversation going. A great goodnight text doesn't just end the conversation, it gives the other person something to ponder until the next interaction. This message does just that. If she wakes up smiling, she might text you saying, "Okay, you were right. What kind of sorcery is this?" Even if she doesn't smile, she might play along with, "No one explains smile this time, maybe you need to try harder." Either way, she has a reason to respond and continue the flirtation. Emotional and psychological impact creates intrigue. The idea that you might influence her emotions keeps her interested and encourages anticipation. It makes her wonder about the effect you have on her and whether she'll experience it, strengthening the emotional connection. If she wakes up happy, she'll associate that feeling with you. Final thoughts. This message masterfully blends warmth, confidence, and playful teasing, making her think about you as she falls asleep and after she wakes. The best part is that it naturally invites a response the next day without forcing one. Message 6. Good night. Or if you find yourself unable to sleep while thinking about interesting things, feel free to write me. This is a powerful message, subtle, inviting, and playing on the psychology of attraction, compelling her to respond or at least think about you as she drifts off. Here's why it works so well. Number 1. Unlike a standard goodnight text, this message keeps the door open for conversation. The phrase, "if you find yourself unable to sleep while thinking about interesting things," subtly suggests you could be one of those interesting thoughts, sparking her curiosity about what you might be thinking. Number 2. By framing it this way, you indirectly suggest that deep thinkers or those with something on their mind might respond. This elevates the conversation and makes her feel part of something meaningful. It's a low-pressure way of saying, "I'm here, but I'm not desperate for your attention." She can reach out only if she's thinking about something interesting. This creates a natural sense of exclusivity, making her feel she needs to qualify to continue the conversation, which increases her desire to engage. Encourages late-night conversations. Some of the most intimate and memorable discussions happen late at night when people are more open and vulnerable. By leaving this invitation, you give her a reason to engage in deeper conversations at a time when she's relaxed and less distracted. Puts you in her head, even if she doesn't text you right away. This message ensures she'll think about it. If she struggles to sleep, she'll remember your words, and if she debates whether to text you, that inner dialogue means you're occupying her thoughts. The power of this message lies not just in whether she texts you, but in making her consider you. Confident and mysterious, this message doesn't beg for attention, which makes it powerful. It's an open-ended invitation that carries a layer of mystery. What would the two of you talk about if she did text? This unanswered question keeps the intrigue alive. How she might respond if she's interested. She may text you right away with something like, "Define interesting because I'm up." Alternatively, she might wait and later message, "Okay, you got me, I can't sleep. What are you thinking about?" You can even bring it up the next day by saying, "I almost texted you last night, but I figured I'd let you sleep. What were you up to?" Even if she doesn't reply immediately, you've subtly planted yourself in her thoughts, which is what makes this message so powerful. Final thoughts. This message isn't just about getting a response. It's about influencing her thoughts and emotions. It plays on curiosity, late-night intimacy, and the subconscious desire for connection. It leaves the door open just enough to be tempting without feeling needy. So if you want to be on her mind long after she puts her phone down, this is the message to send.